What's up, guys? So today you're getting a little story time. Let me tell you about the day that changed my life forever. So it started with a migraine, or what I thought was a migraine. Let me get that straight. So for me, this was a normal thing. It happened all the time. So like always, I grabbed a cup of Tylenol, popped a Rockstar, went with Tony and Marin, and we were repaving our driveway. Going to the hospital was not an option. It wasn't even on my mind to even think of. But I just wanted to get this done, pick up these damn paper stones, bring them back, and get the rest of my day done. Like, no joke, get it done. Looking back, kind of had my priorities in the wrong because I was more trying to get my driveway done as opposed to thinking a headache was more than a headache and not getting medical attention for it. Later that afternoon, things started getting weird. We were loading papers from the pallet into the truck. I started peeling off clothes because I was hot. Mind you, it was the middle of February, or sorry, not middle, but the beginning of February. We were outdoors. It was pouring rain. It was icky, ugly day, and here I'm stripping down to literally nothing except for a tank top and jeans. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was sweating. I was pretty much cooking from the inside out. Like, my body was on fire. So, as the day kind of went on, I slowly started feeling my foot going numb, and it started off that feeling like when your foot falls asleep and you try and wake it up, that tingling. That's how it started, but then it slowly started creeping up my leg. And so, as I was trying to walk and drag my leg like this, as I do now, I was telling Tony, and he stopped, looked at me, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you stripping, for one, and what's wrong? Why are you sweating so much?" I told him I wasn't feeling good. Besides the headache, something was wrong. My foot was going numb. And he's like, "What do you think is wrong?" I'm like, "I think I might actually be having a stroke." And he's like, "What the hell do you mean? Like, how do you know?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just have a feeling as to what was possibly going on." Next thing I know, we're driving to the fire station to get me to the hospital, the nearest hospital from where we were. It was about 45 minutes away in Marin General. So somehow, I don't remember much after that because at that time I was having a seizure in the car, or in the truck, as he was driving me to the fire station. And whatever transpired between the fire station and the hospital, I have no idea, because I woke up about 3.5 weeks later, 24 days to be exact, in a hospital bed with only the right side working with me. And so, I couldn't believe that I had a stroke when I woke up. It wasn't something that I thought people my age actually had, because I thought it only happened to old people. Obviously, that was my bad. You can have a stroke at any age. You can have one as a child, as an adult, it doesn't matter. It can happen to anybody, for any reason. So, excuse me. When I woke up from my stroke, like I said, it was the following month. I had missed all of February. It was the beginning of March. It was actually March 4th or 5th when I woke up. Went in February 9th, woke up March 5th. So a whole month went by. Literally almost a whole month. But anywho, enough of all that seriousness. What I want to tell you is there are two types of strokes, mean strokes. First one is an ischemic stroke. That's what happens when, stroke period is what happens when blood flow stops going to the brain and stops oxygenated blood, stops flow in the brain and starts killing brain cells. So the first kind of major stroke is an ischemic stroke. It means there's a blockage. So think if your kitchen sink is plugged up, or bathroom sink is plugged up, and there's a big old hair clog in it. You got to get it out, right? So otherwise, you're just going to end up with some nasty stuff in your sink, and no way to get it up. So that's an ischemic stroke. This is just a blockage. Second type is hemorrhagic stroke, which is what I suffered. So mine was a brain bleed. So the blood vessel in my brain decided to burst and slowly start bleeding into my brain, causing some serious swelling. To where your skull is only so big, so it just slowly started pulling into my head, and in order to stop the swelling, I had to undergo surgery, and they had to, well, obviously clip it and get it stopped. So, anywho, American Stroke Association says that a stroke, as I said, stops the blood flow, or the oxygenated blood flow to the brain. It interrupts it. As I said, hemorrhagic stroke is the brain bleeding. So the blood vessel bled into my brain. If I had just a blockage, the ASA, American Stroke Association, says they can give you medication to bust up that clot and let it flow again, assuming you get medical attention right away. So, per the CDC, about 795,000 people suffer strokes every year. Give or take, that's about one in every, I think it's 47 seconds. It doesn't matter whether it's hemorrhagic or ischemic, it happens about every minute, at least once every 47 seconds. Excuse me. So, with that said, ischemic strokes happen about 87% of the time, whereas the type of stroke I had, hemorrhagic strokes happen about 13% of the time. Mortality rate for both, for ischemic strokes, 87% live past 30 days most times, with higher percentage than hemorrhagic strokes, just because usually they can't catch the bleeding in time, and it causes other complications without medical treatment. Excuse me. So, some of the things to recognize with stroke are my acronym of B FAST. So, we've got B is for balance. Obviously, you can tell I don't have the greatest of them. E is for eyes. My eyes, when I had my stroke, they were the size of saucers.
Yeah.
F is for face. As you can tell, the side still kind of droops.
Yeah.
It's gotten better, but it still kind of droops when I smile. A is for arms. Obviously, you can tell my arm doesn't quite lift the same as my right one. And you thought this was the good one. This is actually my strong hand. So, S is for speech. As you can tell, mine isn't the greatest, but it's gotten much better from when I first woke up. T is for time, because every second counts. These are understanding the stroke warnings. These are the most important things. If you can remember, be fast, you can notice, you can save someone's life or get them the medical attention they need. According to the Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, nearly 1.9 million brain cells die every minute during an untreated stroke. Excuse me. According to the CDC, fast medical care can improve recovery and reduce long-term disability as well as mortality rates. So, just always remember to be fast. Always look for somebody loses balance or they start feeling dizzy. Their eyes, sometimes, as I said, they can lose either vision in their eyes, in one eye or both, or their eyes can be super dilated and look like huge saucers. Their face, you'll start to notice one side possibly drooping between their lips, their eye, any facial features from one side to the other. It can affect either side of the brain, right or left. The arms, have them put their arms out like this in order for them to be able to show. Speech, they'll usually sound like they're drunk or like they're slurring their words. And T is for time again. every second counts. As I said, always remember be fast because every second counts. It's not just a tagline, it is my overall life. So I keep my magnet as a reminder that truly every second counts.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Have a lovely night. Thank you. Take care.
Good speech.